football fans, and welcome to the Touchdown Lady podcast. We talk football from a fan's point of view. I'm Cindy, your host. Let's just get into it. Now, there's a lot of NFL news going on right now, but the first one I'm going to start off with is Bill Belichick has signed a 5-year contract with the University of North Carolina. He is now going to be the head coach. Now, there was a lot of talk out there talking about he shouldn't take the job or should he not. Should he try to go back to the NFL? As a fan, I don't care where he coaches. Let's just be honest. I don't care where he coaches. I just want to see if he's still able to coach. So I am going to be watching North Carolina college football now that he's the new head coach, because I want to see what he can do and coaching at a college level. So that's going to be really interesting for 2025 season. But I like Bill going to coach college ball. Now let's talk about the 49ers. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker that walked off the field on Thursday night game between the Rams and the 49ers. He walked off the field. We don't know why he walked off the field. He walked off the field, but he has been suspended for 3 games now, and that's going to take him to the end of the season that he will not be playing for the 49ers. Patrick Mahomes has been injured. We're playing the game this Sunday against the Browns. He has a mid-ankle high sprain, I guess, injury to him. We have to see how that's going to affect him as Kansas City prepare for the Super Bowl and the playoffs. So we have to see how he's going to do. Are they going to rest him, or are they going to continue to play him the last 3 games of the season? I don't know. And how is that going to affect their run for the repeat for the Super Bowl? We have to see how it's going to play out, but he is injured. I want to talk about an interesting game between the Jaguars and the Jets. Now, the Jets wound up beating the Jaguars 32-25. The Jets season is pretty much over. They have really nothing to play for. It's just to finish out the season right now. They're not making it to the playoffs. But I want to know what the Jets are going to do as far as quarterback going into the next year's season, 2025 season. Are they going to bring back Aaron Rodgers, or are they going to take a quarterback in the draft? We just have to wait and see how that's going to play out. But right now, the Jets are out. They won this game over the Jaguars. Who can't beat the Jaguars right now? Trevor Lawrence is out, so Mac Jones was playing in this game. So we have to wait and see what's going to play out for both those two teams. Both those teams did not make it to the playoffs. So, yeah. I also want to talk about the Arizona and the Patriots game. Now, the Patriots lost this game 17-30. Arizona won. Now, going into this game, I didn't expect the Patriots to win this game, and I'll tell you why. Right now, the Patriots don't have anything to play for. They're not in the playoffs. They did not pick the playoffs. So pretty much they're just finishing out their season. And right now, I think at this point, they're just evaluating players that they have on the roster to see what they need to replace, what they need to add on as far as offense and defense. But Drake May has been consistent since he's been the starter. So we know that he is the quarterback for the Patriots. Now it's building around him. So we need to wait and see what the Patriots are going to do off season. I think they have the number 3 draft pick going into the draft for 2025. So we have to wait and see what they're going to do off season to add to Drake May. Drake May, if you go check his stats out, he's been really consistent. Almost every game he's over 200 yards, at least a touchdown in the game. So we have to wait and see how it's going to play out. But I want to call a highlight in the game that I watched. It was Drake May. They was down in the red zone of the Arizona Cardinals, and Drake May ran out the pocket. He ran to the left, and he wound up throwing the ball into the end zone where Douglas caught the ball for a touchdown. That was a nice highlight right there. If you want to see a highlight that's worth watching for the Patriots, it's go watch that one. Drake May throwing a pass to Douglas in the red zone. That was a really highlight. I really enjoyed that part of the game. But we got to, like I said, the Patriots are in a rebuild, so we must have patience. That we knew they was not going to get it done in year 1, so now we just have to wait and see what they're going to do in year 2. Moving on, I want to talk about, there was no surprise win this weekend for me. All the teams that I picked to win won, so that's a good thing. Week 15, no surprise win. Every team I picked to win, they wind up winning. But I want to talk about the Bills and the Lions game. Now, to me, this was a preview of what we might see in the Super Bowl. I would love to see this Super Bowl. I would love to see the Bills and the Lions. I mean, this was a good game, a battle to the end, all the way. The Bills was actually dominating this game, most of this game. But the Lions, they are a tough team, a resilient team. They do not stop. They will keep coming at you, whether they're losing or winning. They are not stopping. They're really persistent of coming after you, pretty much. But the Bills wind up winning this one, 48-42. This is the highest scoring game so far in the NFL. And this game did not disappoint. It had me on the edge of my seat, especially getting down in the fourth quarter under 2 minutes. And, you know, with some time on the clock, the Lions could have really made a run and come back on that. So I was getting a little nervous on this game, but I'm glad the Bills came up with this win. But there was some talk about Dan Campbell. In the third quarter, he decided to do an onside kick. And he tried it, and they wound up, the Bills wound up recovering this ball and running it down to the end zone. Like it was like 1 yard line into the end zone. And then after that play, they wind up getting a touchdown. And everyone's talking about, should he would have went for it, or did he do the onside kick too early in the game? We don't know. But yeah, I like Dan Campbell as a head coach. I like the decisions that he makes. He takes chances. And I like that. That makes the game exciting when you watch the Lions. When they get in tough spots, you don't know what they're going to do, but he always winds up doing something and taking a risk. Sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it don't. And this time, it did not pay off for the Lions, but this was a game all the way to the end. I mean, Josh Allen did his thing in this game. He had 362 yards and 4 touchdowns in this game. Jared Goff had 494 yards and 5 touchdowns in this game. So both of these quarterbacks came to play, and they was moving that ball and doing what they had to do in this game. Like I said, this will be a nice preview for a Super Bowl game between these two teams. I would love to see that go down, but we just have to wait and see. Now I want to talk about the teams that did not make the playoffs. We're going to talk about, first of all, in the AFC side, the teams that did not make the playoffs are the New England Patriots, the Los Angeles Raiders, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the New York Jets, the Tennessee Titans, and the Cleveland Browns. They did not make the playoffs this year. On the NFC side, so far we have the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants that did not make the playoffs. Now, moving on, I want to talk a little bit about the Bengals. Now, I was asked this question. Do you think the Bengals still have a chance after winning over Tennessee? They beat Tennessee. After winning over Tennessee, do you think they still have a chance for a playoff run? And what I've been watching out there and hearing, yes, it's a very slim chance, but they do have a chance to make the playoffs. I would love to see Joe Burrow make the playoffs. His team's been struggling all year, but he has not. If you go and watch the stats on Joe Burrow, his stats are really good this season, as well as Jamar Chase. So those two players in the offense for the Bengals have been showing them each and every game. It's the defense that's struggling and causing them the games because they cannot stop teams. But I think I would love to see them make the playoff. The window's very slim, but they can make it if a couple of things happen. I guess there's a couple more teams losers. They might be able to get in there. They are in a tough division right now in the AFC North division because you got the Steelers at the top, and you got the Raiders, then you got the Ravens, and then it's then it's the Bengals, and then it's the Browns. So it's going to be kind of tough, but I think they can do it. I think they still have a chance. We just have to wait and see right now as far as the Bengals go of getting into the playoffs. And I also want to talk about the Eagles. Now, someone said out there, let's just put it out there. Out there, you know, I've been hearing that people are thinking that the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. I don't agree with that. I don't think they're the best team. I think they're a very good team. I think they're well coached. I think they got a good defense. I think the offense is okay. I think it's doing enough to win games, but I don't think they're the best team out there. I'm looking for me, to be honest, I think the best team out there, to me, is the Lions. And then, you know, I love the Bills, and then I think it's the Bills. I think those two teams right now, for me, are the two top teams in the NFL that I'm looking at. So, no, I don't think the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. They are good. They've been winning games. They've been consistent ever since they had a slow start. But I don't think they're the best. Well, this is the part of the show that if you want to reach out to me, contact me, you want me to talk about something online, you can email me at touchdownladies@gmail.com. That's touchdownladies@gmail.com. Now, I like to end the show on a positive note, and I like to do something I call facts, funds, and football, where I grab my jar here, and I pull out a fact, funds, or even a joke to end the show. Let's see. Let's see what we got. And this is going to be a quote. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. Peyton Manning, the Denver Broncos, said that quote. And this is Sandy from the Touchdown Ladies saying, don't forget to smile, be happy, be kind, put your action behind your plan, and keep moving forward. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.